I can do for now. Let's get going. uh, we can all see you. All right. I still feel like I'm getting a little bit of robot, but it's not as bad as it was before, so we're good.
Make sure you're not downloading any illegal pirated anime as usual.
Always. All right. Okay. So, you guys have received your latest assignment from the Harpers faction, and it says Season's greetings. Uh, we have received reports that a town within the kingdom of Hartsvale has gone silent, and that all trade in or out has stopped. Rumors blame a creature that is said to roam the Icespire Mountains, known by the locals as the Blizzard King. Please rendezvous with the rest of your party at the Warmth's End Tavern near the Coldwood before investigating the road north towards this town of Cratch. Safe travels, Z. So you guys have that. You've received that, and you've traveled to the Warmth's End Tavern, up a little north of the Coldwood. And let's pop you over there.
Oi, oi, oi. Wait, so now we're in a whole different place now, right?
Yeah, you have traveled very far north. Um, Up to this, like, it's past, like, it's up in the Icespire Mountains in this little tiny kingdom of Hartsvale.
Yeah, that's pretty far north.
Yeah.
Where's the bar?
Yeah, you guys can, do you guys remember how to move yourselves around and whatnot? You guys can go in and have a seat. The barmaid will come over and ask you if you would like to do, if you would like anything. This tavern, it's kind of a great hall, really more than the usual tavern. It's very warm and inviting. It's filled with the smell of mead and roasted meat. You see a barmaid taking bowls of some sort of meat in a spiced broth to table where a few patrons are warming themselves with a fire and drinking their mead out of solid wooden mugs. Um, so it's definitely got a different vibe than the small roadside taverns that you're used to. Let's see here. Let me change the music. Okay. So she's going to hand you a menu. By the way, who's all just wandering in? Duncan, you're still out in the snow. Oh, and you're muted.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
I have not arrived yet.
Oh,
I'm late.
mysterious.
Being fashionably late.
Madam, I suppose I would take a menu.
All right. She's gonna hand you a menu that's starting to look very familiar to you. You can tell that the Wizard's Tower Brewing Company is just really booming. The fact that they've reached here with their product.
What a monopoly.
I know. That you really did some good work helping them out. They were able to really expand that cellar and just get product really moving. Okay, so there is the menu for you.
All right,
I'm
little
just gonna hand that to you.
Thaddeus, out of stealth, is gonna come running up and you slap his hand right on the table and say, "You all know the deal. Give me a copperhead."
Okay, and she'll, I don't know what deal, but I'll be right back with that copperhead. And she disappears for a little bit, over to kind of this back table here with the barrels and whatnot, and comes back with a copperhead. And go ahead and take 2 silver pieces off of your inventory.
What is this? Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, so let me find it. You see her, like, when she was back there making it, she like pours a beer and then mixes it in a shot of something, and then like a couple little drops of what you assume is some sort of venom. And then she brings it to you. So go ahead and roll.
Take the whole
Uh,
thing down.
yeah, go ahead and do Constitution.
Oh, good. 8.
Okay, so you are going to roll a d20 for me, and you are going to be paralyzed from the neck down for 1d20 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Natural 20 incoming.
That is. That is. Wait, wait.
19.
So as you take this drink, just all of a sudden your whole body is just going to clench up and you are unable to move. And you're just sitting there completely solid, and you will be like that for the next 19 minutes.
Thaddeus, what is it? Your obsession with drinking these copperheads?
Apparently,
Right
he
after,
just likes to sit there and not be able to feel feelings for
Yeah.
an extended period of time.
right after that, I swing the door wide open and I just greet everybody. Hello, I'm back. And you guys see Duncan, and he has a big beard, and he just like waltzes on in and sits down right about here.
All right, barmaid's going to come over and ask if you would like anything. And then, Snowball, did you decide? She's going to come back and ask Pent if he would like anything or if he's had a chance to decide.
Oh yes. I'll have the tea at the bottom of the menu. The citrus tea.
Oh, yeah, of course. And she's going to go pour some hot tea for you and bring it back in a little cup for you. And it appears to be a transparent orange liquid whose bubbles kind of sit on the bottom of the cup. And the little orange slice decorates the side of the glass in which it's served. And it tastes like a mixture of orange, lemon, and ginger with like a vague hint of spice. And you are cured of any minor sicknesses upon consumption, as well as you feel aided in any sort of digestive problems that you might have been experiencing. And you have been granted a +2 to cold resistance for
Ooh.
up to 6 hours, which will
All
come
right,
in
boy,
very
these have
handy
it.
here.
Yeah, perfect for the environment. I can say.
She's going to hear Duncan saying that and bring you back a citrus tea as well.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you, lass. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and Eel will ask for the hottest thing they have. This cold is a godforsaken cold.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think.
The
She's gonna
frosty.
sit there and consider that for a second. Um, she's gonna she's gonna say, I would think that'd be maybe a mix between a tie between the flaming dragon and probably our citrus tea. It comes nice and steaming and very warm.
Give me 5 of each.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
She's gonna bring back a tray for you of 5 citrus teas and 5 flaming dragons.
I just start chugging.
Okay, so the
Jeez.
citrus tea is going to give you that cold +2 cold resistance for up to 6 hours. You're cured of any minor sicknesses. You're aided in any sort of digestive problems, and that flaming dragon is going to cause you to just breathe fire every time you burp. So
Oh, good thing
chugging
I
all this
have the-
down, you're just
Fun.
While he's chugging his stuff, I'll turn to Cathari and Pant and be like, "Did you guys hear? There's some kind of monster? Some kind of frost monster they call a king or something?"
Yeah, the Blizzard King.
Yeah, that's what it was. Are we taking him down or what? Oh, who's the guy over there just groaning a whole bunch? What's up with that guy?
That's that. He's fine.
Oh,
He does this. I would like to order. What was I getting? That bread pudding with the sharp, dire goat cheese, onions, and carrots.
Ooh. Yeah, she will disappear for a little while and scoop you up some of that into a nice bowl with like a little side of bread for you and bring it back to you.
Nice.
While everyone's ordering, Duncan will slap 10 gold down and be like, "It's on me tonight, guys. We must prepare for what is ahead. Want you to eat up, drink all these great drinks, and prepare."
Okay. And Pent's gonna look over to Cathari before anything goes on. He's gonna say, "Oh, hey, I couldn't help but notice. Yeah, yeah, you took some gauntlets the last job, and I was curious as to what you were doing with them. I didn't see them on your hands."
Oh, I used my uh, clerical powers to identify them, and they give the wearer immense strength, but I'm already kind of strong, so I don't really care for them. They're a little gaudy with my attire.
I don't suppose you would hand them over to a small man of my stature like myself?
Hmm. I mean, maybe for some sword lessons. I'm not very proficient with swords, mostly just maces and hammers, so with all these weapons I make, it'd probably be nice to learn how to use them.
I can promise you, if there's any skills that I have that I could share, I've been teaching myself for the last 3 or 4 months now, so I would share any sword proficiency I can.
Kath, what about giving it to an even shorter man, like perhaps myself, for
I
500 gold?
don't. Are you a gnome? Because
Halflings are shorter than gnomes in 5e.
mm,
500
I
gold,
think
and I,
I'm. I think I'm gonna hand them over to the man who asked me first. The sword lessons as payment.
Maybe
All right.
after this job, I will take you on and show you what I can do. Anyway, to the Frost King.
Is what fad under? Is it anything that can be healed away?
I can just I'll restore him real quick.
Does
Yeah,
that do
it removes it removes
paralyzed?
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll saunter over and I'm gonna put my hand on Thad's back and be like, "Don't worry, buddy. We're gonna fix you up right quick." And then I see EO getting ready, so I just look over at him. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few uses of the good touch left,
Ooh, the good touch. You hear that, buddy? And I slap him on the back.
and
You use it.
I'll put my hands by his cheek and then slap him awake.
What the fuck?
You
I need to
cannot
fucking
save on
eat.
those things.
Maybe it's intentional.
You know, if you're that weak of constitution for drinks, I have a few concoctions I can give you.
Oi,
It'll boost you right up.
I ain't fucking weak. Alright? Get your sissy lips out of this place, alright? Get out of my face. And what? Who the fuck are you, pretty boy?
Oh, the name's Duncan.
Don't
And
answer
your
that.
name is
I don't need it. I already got the intel, Mr. Zunkin.
the intel.
Sunken.
What
Oh,
intel
yeah,
is
from
that?
Zunkin.
I got my briefing from the Harpers. I know
Oh.
who's here.
And what did they say about me?
Ah, don't play a dice game with him. He cheats.
Oh, it's that so. I've never been caught. I've never cheated in my life.
Oh, that's right. I guess I'll keep it between you and me then. Hey, buddy.
Mm,
I
nothing
go
to
over
keep
to like
between
break
us.
the tension with my bread pudding, like, oh, hey, you're back. Here, you want some?
Uh,
Pretty legit.
I'll get something on my own. It's all right. Ah, it's good to see you all again. Actually.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been-
Where were you?
Oh man, I did a couple jobs for the Harpers and been training nonstop every day. And then I kind of like, I guess I have this silver, kind of shimmering but kind of dull, like not like bright shimmer, but like a dull shimmer cloak. And I guess I'll kind of like pull it away from me for a little bit. And I'm wearing my little like I have like this little like bluish greenish scarf, and underneath my sleeves you see these like ashen gray tattoos going about to my like bicep to elbow and up onto like the middle of my neck. And
I don't
as
recall seeing those last time.
I it when you spend 2 months in the monastery, you get a lot of different shit going on. And I kind of flex a little bit and like dimly glow. I'm like, yeah, been training. And I
Hmm.
sit back. You know, don't worry about me. I'm just here doing my job. What about you all? You look pretty good, better than the last time I saw y'all. What the fuck? This guy's decked out, and what are you like, Mr. Million Gold over there? Man of Million Gold? Pointing over at EO, and
Yeah,
I'm assuming you have like your cloak of like useful items and like everything on you right now.
yeah. I have my cloak. I have a wand, a really cool wand. I have some. I thought about getting a crown, but it was like, do I really want to be that gaudy? I thought, yes, after the winter, because have you ever had a crown in the winter? It's just frostbite, just waiting for rain to happen.
So, what are you? Traveling salesman?
No, 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 no. I am a healer first and foremost. I spent the last few months healing the sick. We actually had a outbreak of like purple rivers. It's a very it's a very interesting disease where through some specific orifice you start this rivers and rivers of purple pus just goes around. I
Gross.
believe Brack had it, and that's why he's not here with us.
Oh,
That poor lad.
Alright,
poor Threk.
raise a drink for him. Can I get I don't know, the copperhead, just something tasty, I guess.
May I recommend the citrus tea?
It is very tasty citrus tea. I slide over the pile of gold I put on the table. Here, it's on me.
I
If you
still have two teas left if you want.
if you're so much obliged, I'll get my own citrus tea, and yeah, I'll stick with that. And I just kind of like chew on a piece of jerky. I'm not too hungry.
Okay,
Just a little
she'll
Yoda.
bring back your tea, and I don't know if you were listening, but you've got any minor sicknesses cured. Your digestive problems are now aided, and you have +2 to cold resistance for the next 6 hours.
Okay. I don't think.
So,
Wait, what is +2 exactly mean?
To cold resistance?
Yeah, because I know you can be like resistant to cold. So does that mean you just take 2 less damage from cold?
Yeah, so this I stole, so and that's what it said. So
Okay.
Could be like to a con check against cold. Maybe you get a +2 to it.
yeah, I would accept that. I would accept
That
2
sounds
less
about right.
damage. I would accept either or both.
I'll
Sure.
choose. I'll choose the extra bonus to like I guess like
A save.
a saving
The
throw
con save you
against
can't make.
a cold condition.
Okay, cool. We'll do
So
that.
like I'll still take full damage, whether I pass or fail, but like I'll just take that extra little 2. So like
Okay.
if it's a Constitution, it's +2 on top of that.
cool.
All
Well,
right.
while everyone's drinking and finishing it up, I just slap the table, be like, well, that monster isn't gonna, you know, get rid of itself. We should probably get going.
Yeah. Shall we call over the waitress, see what she knows about the Blizzard King? We have given her like 5 gold worth money
Has
already, and
anyone like tipped her? I'm just asking.
I'll give her 3 gold. I
Okay.
have money to spare.
Yeah, Duncan's
Wow,
gonna
that's
leave whatever's left on the table. So
Okay. Yeah, she'll come over and be like, "Is there anything else you need? Are you headed out?
Yes, we are a dandy group of adventurers, and we were wondering. We heard tales of the Blizzard King. Do you happen to know anything about him?
Oh, I wouldn't believe the tales. Everyone's talking about the Blizzard King, but I think it's just people come up here and they aren't used to the weather. It's just a bunch of southerners that don't know how to handle a little bit of snow. And they get lost in the woods and succumb to the elements.
Who talks about him the most, though?
Well, mostly traders that lose their way on the paths and, uh, busybodies in towns and people that don't have much better to do.
Well, what do you know about the Kingdom of Heartsdale?
It's a small little kingdom. We're where we are. We're actually not a part of it, but it's just a little north of here. Basically, it's just the Ice Spire Mountains and all of that frozen wasteland up there. Uh, that's kind of all there is to it. It's a very small little kingdom. I
So,
forget what that king's name is, but he can mostly just minds himself. We don't really have much drama up north of here.
What about the town of Cratch?
Oh, I heard that we haven't that there's been no word from that town for a while. They usually have a big Midwinter celebration coming up here this week, but I haven't heard anything.
And you don't find that any bit weird?
I have a lot more to deal with than some small town and their festivities.
Oh, what else do you do?
My job. And she's gonna walk away.
It's a grand job.
ooh, Zunkin, I see you're a ladies' man.
No. That is not anything that I chase after.
No, he's,
Really?
A
he's
man's
gambling
man, eh?
I'm just a lonely soldier.
Really? Because you were going after Lilia pretty hard.
Listen,
Oh,
I was
this
just
Lilia?
using my charms for the better of the party. Yes, I'm charismatic. Yes, I'm good looking. But I do not use it in the ways you are suggesting.
I wouldn't bring him home to my wife like I did Parrot.
Bring it home to your wife?
You brought Parrot home to your... don't you have kids in the house?
I heard that Parrot tried to eat his kids.
No, that's just a rumor. He's a soft soul at the core of him.
Pet.
It's a very tiny corner that you won't see ever.
Yeah.
Anyways, go to the town that nobody's heard from for a while, or
Yeah. I imagine. Let's go to the town now. Do we want to buy a goat in case we need a little bit of luck? I can sacrifice it. I know the rights.
Wait, what?
I would rather not just murder a goat.
Yeah, my god, we don't need to do any sacrifices, so I think I have the god stuff covered here.
What the fuck? This wasn't in the briefing? Shit.
It's my fault, you guys. I forgot about the goat. I was just so done with the cold.
I wanna go up to the barmaid again, or like whoever we were talking to.
Mhm.
I just want to say, blah, blah, blah. So, excuse me, man. Sorry, that was my thinking sound.
Orcish.
Excuse me, milady.
Mhm.
Assuming we all like fairy tales around here. What's one of the stories of the Blizzard King that some of these traders are talking about?
Basically, anyone goes missing in the storm, and they blame this Blizzard King. He's supposed to be like 12 feet tall and have hair all over and claws, but I think it's just people don't know how to handle the weather.
12 feet tall, hair all over, claws.
It's just stories.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Same.
This sounds interesting. More and more interesting as the story unfolds. Is there any way that I would know? Like, does that sound like anything I've ever heard of before?
Roll a history check for me.
Okay.
You're a monk, right?
Yes.
Okay, roll a history check.
18.
Yeah, so your best guess is going to be something along the Sasquatch variety, possibly a Yeti or an abominable snowman. You know, I mean, these tales are pretty common around snowy and icy places. Sometimes it's some sort of creature, other times it's just people can't travel in the snow without making dumb decisions.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'll saunter on back to the party. Well, boyos, sounds like I'm not that smart of a guy, but sounds like we might be dealing with some sort of like cave monster, like some I don't know, some big headed creature. I think we'll be okay. I don't think it's anything too crazy. I think it's just might just be some travelers.
Yeah, with two brawny men like you and I, we ain't got no worries. I ain't afraid of no monster.
Don't
Yeah.
forget about me.
Yes, and of course, the greatest swordsman around.
D-
Brawny. You're the two Brawnies. I try to lift the table. I'm like, I I hit things hard and quick, but I ain't that strong. Try not to rely on that.
Are you guys heading out then, or?
Yep. We're
Okay.
going to the village.
Let's get
Okay.
out.
The
I
village
will-
that's supposed to have a big party that no one's heard about. And if I know anything about parties, you let everyone know.
Let me switch you over.
Hood goes up. We're ready to go.
Shield comes out. I pull out my very nice, very new shield. Super fancy.
Okay. So,
Ooh, it's so pretty.
yeah, so you are trudging along through the snow. Um, and it's everything's frost covered. Uh, right now the weather is kind of clear, though as you continue northward on this road to where this village is supposed to be, uh, it's the weather starts taking a turn. Um, and the chill in the air is almost unbearable as you continue. Um, now let's see here. Why don't I go ahead? We'll just do global illumination on this map for you.
Whoa.
All right, so
Hmm.
um, as you guys are kind of trekking through the forest, this very snowy forest, a terrible wind rises. And let me change my music.
Not the wind.
Those were good. Good sound effects.
I thought it was the music.
Covered.
Okay. Let's see here. As you guys are trekking through the forest, a terrible wind rises and you're caught in a vicious snowstorm. Abandoning the trail, you cast about vainly, looking for some sort of shelter from the elements, and suddenly, an abominable sight looms out of the flurries of snow and hail and attacks.
Ah! As I see it, I motion back to everybody. Halt! It is the beast.
Boy,
Let's...
let's fuck him then.
I'm sorry, wait,
Ching.
what?
Do what?
Not like.
Oh, so fuck him. Don't fuck him. But fuck him.
Don't fuck him, but fuck
Fuck
him.
him, but don't fuck him.
Does he see us right now?
Yes, he definitely sees you, and he is stalking towards you with a great axe, crafted from what appears to be the bones of some giant creature.
In Primordial, I'd like to shout, I guess in Aquan, uh, hello. I need you to hum. We come in peace.
He's just gonna look
Yeah,
at you
what
and
do
go,
you say?
"Rah-rah!" or something like
We're-
that.
I shout out in halfling. Go fuck yourself.
And he is just going to start stalking towards you. And so everyone roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
Trash.
Nice.
no.
You want us to like post it in chat?
That might be easy. That way we can keep
Yeah, that's
track
a
of
great
it.
idea.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Where's chat? There we go. 3. Oof. That's not great. Okay. Who are we missing? Sorry.
Me. I got an 8. Sorry, I'm loading
Oof.
my
All right.
thing up.
Okay. Thaddeus, you are up.
All right. So this is accurately like how far am I? Sling, 55 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. So as I guess I'll like unfurl my cloak and my tattoos will glow and you'll see appear like 4 ashen daggers kind of float around me a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to, because I'm a halfling, I'll run right through his legs. 5, 10, 15, 20. How much do I have? I think 25. What do you do diagonal movement or is it just straight?
Yeah, you can do diagonal. Yep.
All right, so I think I only have 25 movement. I have 35.
Yep.
30, 35. I'll
I
go
have
right.
25.
Well, I'm just a monk, so I get that
Right.
stuff. And I'll stand right here, and I will just ready my attack action for if he comes within my melee range.
Okay, and what's your melee range?
5 feet.
Okay. So you are just readying for if he gets close to you, you'll swing.
Just kind of, and I'm just ready for him to come at me.
Cool. All right, cool. It's now Duncan's turn.
All right, Duncan yells out, "Don't worry, guys, I'll protect you." And he moves his feet to be. How far is that? Oh, I didn't do very well. That was like what? Come on, give me the ruler back. I missed it. That was 20. Yeah, so he moves in front of Thad, of course. Always wants to be in front.
Of course.
Probably right here. And then looks at Thad and points at him and says a little prayer and gives him sanctuary for a bonus action.
Nice.
And because he thinks this monster is going to attack either him or Thad first and wants it to be redirected to him. And then he is going to pull out a javelin from behind his back. He's going to throw it at the creature. And let's see here. It's going to be a 9 to hit. So the frost and the swirl of the wind gets in his eyes and he misses.
All right, it's just gonna go past him.
Yep, that'll be
Just
Duncan's turn.
Okay.
But, if the monster or anything targets Thad before he does anything else, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, cool. It's just on Thad that he has to do that.
Yep, and then
That's cool because he's
end,
coming up to you.
He readies himself, braces himself because he knows he's gonna get walloped now.
Yeah, he is going to just swing his giant bone axe. +6, so 22 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
And then it is going to do 13 slashing damage as he just brings this big bone axe just down into you. And then he is going to then reach out his claw and take a swipe at you.
Is that it?
Ooh,
That
Oh
actually
boy.
really hurt.
Oh
that's
boy.
probably not an 8 to hit. It's probably not it. So
It's close, but it
he's
doesn't
going to just be a little off balance from his really good swing there and just miss with his claws. And then he is going to disengage, and he's going as a bonus action, and
He's a rogue.
head over here. And as far as you can tell, he just disappeared into the blizzardy like winds around you. You are unable to see him.
Not good.
Well,
Hmm.
that's some shit.
Well, that would mean it's Eo's turn, right? Or are we out of initiative?
You are not out of initiative. It is Eo's turn.
All right. Luca, how do you run checks? Is it an action like it is raw or no?
Yeah, we can do
All
that
right
unless you have a
then.
suggestion for non-raw. I'm always open to suggestions.
It's all right. I'll just take out my little wand. You see a bunch of web collects in the points of it. He's going to blindly throw web over here.
Hey.
That, that's gonna maybe catch just the edge of him. How does that work
It's
with the
dex save.
web? Okay, okay.
Dex save 15.
Dex save 16 or
Make
15. I
it.
mean.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I gotta. Oh, I'm only a +1. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Okay,
That's
so
my one dex.
all right. So what does that do?
All right. A target that's webbed is restrained. It can use its action to make a strength check to break free on its turn.
Okay.
Restrained means he has movement 0. Attacks against him have advantage.
All right. As you do this, he's gonna just roar and move and try and like get this off of his arm that's like kind of pinning him to the ground. And with this movement, you guys are gonna see him through the blizzard. Um, and he's now visible. And it is Kathari's
Oh,
turn.
I'm sorry. As a bonus action, I would like to summon
Oh,
Payang. I'll
oh
put him
yeah.
like around here.
Do I still have him? Hold on. I gotta go look for him. Where do you want to put him?
Right in front of me.
Okay. And what is he? He's a little butterfly?
Yep.
That's right. Okay. All right. Kathari, what do you want to do?
Alright. I am going to move up. Right up on the DC.
Whoa.
I'm going to bonus action Searing Smite. And he's going to become smitten here real quick.
Just super in love with you.
You have advantage on the weapon.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hot. Let's see. He takes an extra d6 fire damage.
Woo.
So he's taking 8 bludgeoning and 4 fire, and he's ignited in flames.
Oh
At
man,
the
y'all
start
are
of
making
each
me
of his turns, he
making
can
me
make a
work.
con save.
No, Catherine, why?
Because
Oh,
what?
the flames.
My webs.
Oh man, I guess I had damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, at the start of each of its turns, you can make a con save. On a fail, it takes additional fire damage. On a success, the spell ends.
Oof. Okay.
Luca, you don't have to worry about rolling the strength check because the web is gonna burn.
Yeah, just
next
burn
turn.
away. Yeah. Okay, so can you? It was 6 plus 4 damage.
It was 8 plus 4 damage.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Okay. All right.
Sorry about your webs, I didn't know.
It is Pent's turn.
Okay. So he is going to cast Shield on himself. So the visible barrier of magical force appears and protects me until the next start of my next turn. I have +5 bonus to AC, including against the triggering attack. So, and then after doing that, he's going to move right in front of him.
Okay.
And protects the one that gave him the gauntlets that he does not have equipped yet, but
All right. Okay, so and is that all he's just moving there
yes, because I use the action
to do the
cast shield.
Sweet. We are back at the top. Thaddeus.
Hence,
Okay.
still is our reaction unless using Shield of Faith.
What?
It's alright.
Okay. I will run all the way up in front of him.
Okay.
And decisions. I will take my attacks. So, first attack is going to be a 18 plus 7 is a hit. I believe.
Yep.
24.
High math. Yep, that's gonna hit.
All right, so that's gonna hit. I'll roll some damage to that. This is my short sword. So that's going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Oof. Okay.
And then I'm going to use a key point for a flurry of blows.
Nice.
It's going to be a 19 plus 7. And a 3 plus 7.
The 19 plus 7 will hit, but the
Yeah.
3 plus 7 will not. So that first one, you got it.
Yeah.
What's the damage on that?
1 second. That's going to be 6 damage, and I need him to. Actually, he doesn't have to do anything.
Sweet. He is going to roar in pain. But
Well,
that's
he
just
doesn't
his
have to do
own
anything,
choice.
But because I hit him, as I hit him with my unarmed attack, the one that hits, one of the knives that's floating around me is going to kind of go into his body, and he's going to feel this wrathful presence about him, and he
Ooh.
has disadvantage on all attacks against anyone but me until the end of my next turn.
Alright, so disadvantage on everyone but you.
Hmm.
And I still
Okay.
have Sanctuary, right?
No,
No.
you bursted that when you attacked.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
You guys are just bursting through all your special things.
I didn't know to the web.
It's
Sanctuary
very
was
good.
just really to help him for the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so Duncan, you're up.
Alright, so Duncan is going to run around behind. Should have no issue doing that.
If you run behind, you're gonna hit by the web.
Did
So
it
the
not?
one
Is it
mark
still
on
there? It
fire,
didn't
is
burn
on
all the
way.
way up?
It goes by sections.
Oh,
Mm,
don't
So-
run into the web.
Run into the web. You can make the saving throws.
What is the saving throw?
Strength.
Dex 15.
Dex 15.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well Duncan's gonna try it because there's no way around to the front, and
Cut
this
off
thing
his escape route.
this thing is hurting you guys, so he's gonna run through it. The save is actually not gonna save,
Oh, no.
so this dice is down.
Alright.
I get a plus 1 to all saves.
And I think
But
you're gonna end up here, right?
Yep.
It was 9, so
If you want, you can use your action to make a strength check and maybe try to get out.
yeah, I'm going to. Yep. Okay, that dice is banned. Nope.
You have three.
Dice jail.
There's 3 turns before the fire reaches where you are.
Cool. Well, yep, I rolled a 2. So Duncan used his action. Let me check here real quick. Um, Divine favor. That's not gonna do any good. He's gonna cast Sanctuary again. This time on Pent. So if the thing attacks Pent, it has to do a Wisdom saving throw, and then I'll tell you from there.
Uh, so Duncan turns, sees all this webbed, snowy tree and floor, and just charges through, gets stuck. And then he is it. Let's see. It is now his turn. My
Go for that
buddy's
beautiful
turn.
con save.
The
So
blizzard.
con save on my guy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for the Searing Smite.
Okay. Ooh, 18 plus.
Oh yeah,
Hold on.
that's yep,
Oh, okay.
yep. That's done.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
He
And
also
then
takes 4 points of damage as the web burns away from him at the beginning of the turn.
okay. Um.
That was the combo we were looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is that fire still going?
On
Yeah.
the web, yes. On him, no.
Okay. All right. So he is going to turn to uh, Thaddeus actually now,
Oh yeah. Come on,
because
you
that
can go.
knife was upsetting.
You mean Pent, right?
No, I super mean Thaddeus.
Fine.
And it's 14 plus. Hold on. 14 plus.
I really need to pull out the champagne
6.
dice.
So a dirty 20 to hit with his bone
Ah.
axe.
That just hits.
Oof. Nice. Okay. And you are going to take. Let me see here. All right. Only 11 slashing damage. As he just swings down that axe, and then again he's going to try and come over with his claw after that. Oh, natural 20.
Oh no.
Okay,
All
so that'll be a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Yikes.
With his claw, and I'll just roll that. Hold on, just a sec. 12. Okay. 17 bludgeoning as it just hits into you. And that is, let's see, he's free from the web though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, there's not a whole lot of places for him to go.
Yeah, if he wants to leave, he's going through more web.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
he's
can go
just,
through the web and not make a save
how come? Because it's burning up?
because it already he already was in it at the beginning of his turn.
Sweet.
It's either start your turn in it, which he did, or passes through it, not and.
You
All
don't
right.
have to make a saving throw for each square of it that you walk through.
Nope.
So he is going to disengage as a bonus action, and he is just going to slowly back up, and then kind of stop moving, and kind of before your eyes, he's just going to disappear.
This bastard.
And it is, whose turn is it now? It is,
Mine. And I'm
yeah,
gonna go-
Kathari. Or Io. No, yeah, Io.
Eo's gonna go over and cast a second level Cure Wounds for Thaddeus.
It's all right. I'm still breathing.
Oh
You
crap!
got
That's
this.
good. You only get 11 points of healing. And as a bonus action, he's going to. This guy is gonna come over here, and that's it. That's my turn.
Damn.
I will also drop concentration on the web.
Okay, so the web is gone. Okay. All right. Is that your action? Are you done?
Yep, I'm
Okay,
done.
Cathari, you're up.
Hmm. Jeez.
Is that fire done? Should I blip that
Yeah,
out?
it is.
Yeah, since the web's gone. I'm gonna move up, and I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself. And I'm gonna go over next to Duncan and take the dodge action.
Okay. Just as like kind of a just your readying dodge.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And Pent, you're up.
Okay. Is anyone getting a weird feeling about him flying invisible in the storm? He has to, shout this out so everyone hears this
Over the wind, yep.
over the wind.
Yeah, what a jerk.
He's
Um,
fucking with us.
all right, so Pence just gonna charge into where he saw it go and take the charge in, and I think like I'm not too familiar with readying actions. Can I ready a? Hold on, is it
Just swing on him.
Yeah, like I basically just want to ready, like being able to help or, um, I guess ready is an action. So never mind.
Well, it's like you have a trigger, and then what you're doing when the trigger triggers.
Okay, so so I'm readying like for any counterattack. If it comes out of the
Okay,
wind.
so you're ready an attack for when you see him.
Yes,
A
Okay.
weapon attack.
weapon attack. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And we're back at the top now, Thaddeus.
All right. All right. Oh fuck. Uh.
How you feeling, bud?
Never been better. So I guess you know what I'm gonna do. Fuck. I want to. I want to run in to like right here.
Okay.
And can I make a perception check to try and find him?
You can go ahead and roll a dice for me.
Would it be at disadvantage because of the storm?
No, it's just a straight up DC.
Okay. 22.
You are unable to see him through the blizzard and snow. Everything's just whirling white.
Should have rolled a natural 20. But instead, I'm going to now spend another key point to use patient defense.
Okay, what is that? Explain that to me.
Patient defense, I get to use the dodge action as a bonus action, and anyone attacking me has disadvantage.
Okay. Sweet. It's Duncan's turn.
All right, so Duncan, being an expert in military tactics, is going to move kind of here. He thinks that the guy's either going to come around this tree and come around, or he's got to come through us here, and we've got it pretty covered. And then he's going to yell an intimidation into the area, and he's going to say, "Show yourself, you furry freaking fuzzball!"
Furries everywhere.
That's actually a 23 for intimidation. And as his action, he's going to channel divinity, and while he's yelling, he's going to imbue his...
Woof! I'm sorry. I rolled a natural 1 against your intimidation. So that's gonna make him appear and just start like roaring. But it's like kind of like a fear,
Back to the corner.
yeah, kind of roar. Okay,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So while I'm yelling, my weapon is imbued with positive energy, and it also emits bright light for 20 feet and dim light for 20 feet beyond that. And my sword's all lit up, but that's my whole turn.
So 20 feet of fancy light.
Yep. And then 20 more feet of dim light.
Okay, I'm not doing that. You guys get the idea. Okay. So with that, let's see. Is it his turn again?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. He's actually going for the little guy for Pent because he came up close. What did you have readied, Pent?
Yeah, a weapon attack.
Okay. So since he's attacking you, does that mean you get it first? Explain that to
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Pen gets it first.
He
Go
actually
ahead
said
and what?
the second that he actually appears, he
Uh-huh.
gets his attack. So it's like reactions are like the first things that happen
Okay.
with triggers.
Sweet. Go for it, Pimp.
Okay, so that would be that is a 12 hit.
That does not hit.
So
He's a big boy.
So
What?
his pen sanctuary also drops now as well because he attacked.
Oh, because he attacked. Okay. All right, cool. He is just going to roar at your attempt to strike at him, and he's going to swing with his axe. So 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, he's going to swing sideways this time into you. And it is going to be, hold on.
While we're in the middle of
7
combat, Duncan's just gonna turn to
plus
Kathari and be like, "Do you
6
see me intimidate the
13
heck out of this thing?"
plus 4.
Oh my god, I know,
So
right?
17 slashing damage as he just cleaves into you with his bone axe. And then he's going to come back again with his claw.
Wait,
I kid you not, it's a natural 20
Oh
again.
no.
Wow.
Oh no.
Ah!
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hold on. You guys, I had a long talk with my dice after the last session.
Lots of therapy.
Just a real long talk. And I feel like I really got through to them, and they listened, and they heard what I had to say. And they're behaving tonight. Okay, so crit attack. Let me roll it up. Hold on just a sec. 2d12. 2d12. So 12. Oh, I got max damage. 12 plus 6. I'm having so much fun. 18 plus 6. And then I roll it twice. I roll damage twice.
Yep.
Either
Roll
roll
the
it
dice
twice,
twice.
or you double your dice
6.
number.
14.
Suffice it to say, Pen is
24.
tapped
So
and
plus
possibly
4.
dead.
No, he's not dead. He's
Well, if her
down.
first roll was over
So
20,
29
okay,
with this claw attack.
you're
Just
down,
comes
not dead.
swiping into you.
He was 2 points away from being outright dead.
Wait, how's that?
If you take
If you go
damage-
into the negative more than your total HP, you're just dead. Like, you
Oh.
cannot be brought back short of someone carting your carcass somewhere to a priest and paying a lot of money and a whole ritual, and it's like a whole, you gotta spend like a couple sessions on it. It's a whole thing.
But I also made a mistake because you had more health, so it would have needed like you needed 31 plus your remaining health.
Okay.
Yeah, so you weren't actually close to dying. You're okay. You're just
But
on
I'm-
the ground bleeding out.
I'm down though.
Yeah,
Wait.
you are down, and
My-
you're gonna need to start making saving throws for stabilizing.
My knockdown quote is going to be a call out to Parrot. Parrots!
Save me!
There is no god here.
Okay.
Your parrot is not listening.
Let's see here. Whose turn is it now?
It's mine, Eos. There
Okay.
is no god, but I am here.
Okay.
And Pen, you are down. Thaddeus, you are half dead. Catherine, you haven't been hit yet, right?
Not yet.
Alright. Okay, so I'm going to cast. I'm just gonna kill Pen right here.
Just put him out of his misery.
I'm gonna cast a first level.
Fireball on the party.
First- I don't get that yet, but I'll cast a first level cure wounds on Pent. You get 6 points of healing damage, and I'm going to bring. Damn it. And bonus action, I am going to bring my Payan over here, and he's going to teleport Pent away.
He can do that?
Yes, once a short rest.
Damn, you should've just
Where's
teleported
he
away and healed
teleporting
someone
him
else.
away to?
Yeah, but I want him to. He goes pretty soon after me though. So
Oh, so that's
just-
just when it's okay.
Alright, so where are you teleporting me to?
I'll teleport you behind over here.
Up on
I'll
the.
be in front of you.
I will be shield.
All right. Is that it for your turn? All right, Thar, you're up.
Indeed.
I guess I'm gonna move down here with my movement. Like all of it. And we're gonna bonus action spiritual weapon. But it doesn't hit with an 8.
Oof, no.
However, I'm gonna smack it with my mace, which is probably gonna hit with a dirty 20,
Nice. Yep.
Nice.
and for another 8 damage.
Oof. Okay.
Stop hitting my friends, you ding dong.
Do you say it just exactly like that in character? Just super.
Oh yeah. He doesn't drink and he's not super on swearing.
Okay. So now it is Pent's turn.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of come back to reality. Up there goes gravity.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do second wind. Use that now. So, once per short rest, you can use a bonus action. I guess it is a bonus action, so I can do stuff. Otherwise. Okay, so 1d10 plus 3. Okay. That's not d10. So 10 health. Let's get back to 16.
Nice. That's one attack.
Yeah. Okay. So now that I've learned that shield is not a spell that is not a reaction spell, it's not consistent. I'm not gonna rely on that at this point. I'm going to. I guess I'll just come over here and ready a dodge attack, hoping that maybe he realizes, oh, I didn't kill that gnome. In Yeti-ish.
In Yeti-ish, yeah. Okay.
Dude's about to die again.
Okay. So we are back at the top.
All right. Can halflings move through people?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you can
can.
move through your friendlies. Yeah.
Can I move underneath the Yeti's legs to get behind him?
To
He would
get
defi-
behind him, he would definitely get an opportunity attack, but you can try and run through.
Nah. All right. Do I have to get like here to attack him, or is like here within his range?
Yeah, that's within 5 feet. These squares are 5 feet, so.
All right, great. I just didn't know if he was like back here or like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird token where he's like leaned back, but
Luca, just real quick, sorry.
huh?
Attacks opportunity is only when you leave the creature's friend area. So
Oh,
unless you
so
house rule it.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm doing something really wild, like running through his legs.
I mean, you
That's
can
So,
do that because you are a halfling.
all right, yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
All
that's what
right,
I
go
thought.
ahead.
All right. Boo-doo-doo-doo. I'm running through his
Do-do-do,
legs, and I get behind him.
do-do.
Now,
Okay.
Become
I'm not flanking him. No one's in front of him, but I'm just cutting him off, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my attacks. Oh, that's a 14.
That'll hit.
Yes, it will hit. My short sword is going to do 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my last key point to do a
7.
flurry of blows. I'm gonna kind of jump and do 2 like back anime kicks to him. And I'm gonna pop pop. And this is going to be a 20 something hits. And that's going to be a 12.
A 12 to attack? No, that will
Yeah.
not hit.
All right, so one of them hits. So like
Hey,
the first
but
one.
you are starting to notice that his fur is starting to get matted with some blood leaking
Great.
down onto his fur.
Got it.
So, good news.
Yeah, so the first hit pounds on him, and I lose my balance on the second hit. So he's going to take, what am I doing? 8 points of psychic damage, and as I kick, one of my soul knives are gonna like cut through his skin. And as it comes back, the knife is gonna go back in me, and I'm gonna gain some temporary hit points off of him.
We stole some hit points for him? That's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Life drain. All right, cool. What did I say? It was 8. Yeah, 8.
So do I take 8 damage
You take 8
in addition?
psychic damage in
Okay.
addition to the 7 piercing damage.
Okay, sweet. Sweet. All right. Duncan, you're up.
All right, Duncan's gonna run up and raise his shield a little bit and weapon and try to smack him. And that is going to be, let's see, not happening. It's an 8 versus AC.
Oof. No.
I think you need a rolling tray, my dude.
These Christmas dice. I hate Christmas. Why did I get Christmas?
It's because you're not using your Krampus dice.
All right, champagne dice coming out. Watch out.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That is the end of his turn, though, because I want to save 1 spell slot and try to get a Divine Smite, but obviously not. Alright, so.
Alright, let's see, he is going to whip around and, whoops, nope.
Just trample.
Yeah, just bull right over you guys. He's gonna whip around and attack Thaddeus. So with this, oh yeah, he is gonna miss with that. Okay, so he's just gonna woof with his axe, but then he's coming in with his claw. 7 plus 6. So for 13 to hit.
Second dodge, away from the claw. He can't touch this. He's too short. He's too nimble.
Okay. He is going to disengage as a bonus action, though. And he is just gonna back right up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. And fade from your view.
Damn. What's our vision distance in this blizzard?
So you have about, I mean, so here's the thing. this is kind of a house rule of mine, and obviously the blizzard changes it a little bit, but you guys have got like 20 to 30 feet.
Sure.
But like, I mean, the blizzard is seemingly causing some issues for you guys.
Indeed,
It's
it
just,
is.
it's hard. Everyone's got crazy good vision in Roll20, because otherwise it's too much crap to deal with. It's a
Yeah.
house rule. All right. So that's his turn. So we have EO next.
All right. Luca, did he roll under 16 for his stealth check?
It is not actually a stealth check.
Damn it. All right.
Yeah, it's a
I-
special. It's an ability.
All right, then I am going to just willy-nilly throw a web around here. Did I catch anyone?
Yes, you did. Okay. Let's see. You're gonna go out that
Oh,
weapon.
no.
He's gonna start like swatting at it, and with that movement, you guys are gonna see him like against the blizzard.
I can see his
Nice.
toes with my light.
Dex save 15, alright, just in case.
Dex
His big
save. Ooh, he's stuck. Why? That's the second time I've rolled a 1 against your guys' save. Yeah, he's stuck,
Must be
stuck,
right.
stuck, stuck.
Yeah, and I'm just going to move away,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Just had to crit the gnome.
And the
And I will,
halfling.
and Ao will
Wait, and the
very
paladin.
calmly say, "Please, no fire attacks. Please, no.
No
fire
promises.
Like that's my
Yeah.
shtick, you guys. It's
I fire when I want fire.
Okay, so we are with Cathari now? Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up to him, and I'm gonna make my hammer go. Yeah, 'cause it's right above where Io is.
searing
So
smite.
I can move the 20 feet over and take its swing at him. But a 12
With
don't
advantage.
hit.
No,
Restrained.
the 12 does not.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
that's
you
right.
get advantage, so yep.
Oh, well, that's much better. That's dirty 20.
Nice! That will hit.
Get smoke. Oh, God, this next. Take 11 damage.
11. Nice.
And then for my smack, it's
Whew.
a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
For, again, max damage of 10.
Oh, he is looking real rough, you guys.
Get bonked.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Oh, passing off the finish to someone else. Okay.
Oops.
Your spiritual weapon.
Oh, it already went. It did
Uh.
max, and I did max.
Okay, Pen.
All right, for the flavor, Pence sees that the Yeti is pretty weak in this storm. He's gonna run up. He's gonna attack.
Finish it.
Finish him.
Let's get that there. Okay, so make sure I get this correct. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, underneath his legs.
You have advantage, Vince.
Yes.
Good to know. Alright, so 15 and a 12. Or, no, 13. 15, 13?
The 15 will hit.
Okay. So, that would be 9 points of damage.
Nice.
All right. How would you like to describe that? Because that will be a killing blow.
Alright, so this is Penn's first kill with his great sword that he crafted himself. So he's gonna run up and slide underneath the legs, but he's gonna make eye contact with this Yeti as he's doing so. And the Yeti's gonna look down at him. And he's gonna be very confused, and while he's doing so, he's gonna chop up with immense strength and cut clean straight through the bottom half, but splitting him. Is it perpendicular? Or yeah, up and down ways.
Up and down. Hot dog, not hamburger.
Yes, hot dogging him. from the from the
From
base.
his hot dog.
What?
Your hot dog.
From
You're
his
hot
hot dog? Yeah,
dogging him
just
from
straight
his
up.
hot dog.
Straight up. Okay, you guys are out of initiative, and that finishes that. Um, and let's see here.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over and immediately lay on hands people around. So I'm gonna give 5 to Thad and 5 to Pent and 5 to myself.
Okay.
So I just
Um,
run around frantically touching people. Here, 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 here.
Hmm. The good
Thanks,
old
pretty boy.
butt pad. Good game.
good
And
game.
he
Good
was
game.
gonna take out a bundle of grapes or whatever you call it, and he's gonna cast Good Berry. And if anybody needs a little bit of healing, each berry is 1 HP. If you need a top off,
How many berries are there?
10.
10. And they'll feed you for a day like molasses spread.
Well, I'll
Penn's
take.
gonna take 9 of those berries and just leave 1.
Shit.
Wow.
All right, I guess. Does anyone worse for the wear?
Are you?
I'm doing okay.
While everyone after that is eating and healing up, I'm gonna walk over to the Yeti and close its eyes and kneel and pray and just see if anything stands out about the Yeti as well.
Um, roll a perception check for me.
Champagne dice. It's an 18.
Yeah, so you notice some old scars on it. Everything looks pretty natural. However, this thing looks larger than you would have thought a Yeti of this area would be. And it's a little strange to you that it started attacking humans and whatever other races we're wandering through.
Do I see
um,
anything in the contents of its belly that are probably on the ground?
Yeah, I mean, as you're looking through its hot dogged form, like, there's definitely, like, digested parts, and there's, like, maybe some cloth in there, too, that's, like, working its way through his
Ooh, gross.
system.
I think he was constipated. That's why he was so angry. Got a bunch of cloth in here.
Alright, are you guys continuing on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
keep an eye out for. Are there any footprints on the? Even though there's a blizzard.
Go ahead and percept for me
All right.
as you look around.
Ooh. That's where we got 24.
Um, you aren't able to see much in the way of footprints right here. Though what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to that perception check as you guys are going and you're just like looking around using that.
Mhm.
In fact, do you want to take points as you guys continue?
Sure, I have not been hit yet, so I'll be.
Yeah,
looking
okay.
forward.
Yeah, and I'll be right next to Theo. I think you can take this light off of me as well, probably.
Okay.
Until a minute has passed.
I'm all topped off, so I'm gonna go at the front as well.
There's
All
just
right, let
3 of
me
us wanting to be the leader. I, yeah, I assume we want to head to the city
Oi.
still, see how the people are. I'm gonna run pee real quick though. I'll be right back.
Okay. Um,
Hey,
do we
one
just
of us
want to
did not
take
get
a
hit.
quick break after that fight
Yeah,
and just
let's do
everyone take
that.
5?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. All right. We'll be right back. Everyone break.
headdress.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Perry,
I have
put
my
your
headdress.
headdress on.
Um, yeah, as for a short rest, I could also use one, but I feel the warmth draining. Are we gonna
Yeah.
survive sleeping in this
So
area?
Yo, you don't have to
here's
sleep for a
the
short rest.
thing.
Chill.
True.
I am
Shut
gonna
up.
tell you, just meta, that you're probably not gonna survive the elements long enough to short rest just sitting there in the cold.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm.
I
Uh,
would suggest
okay, but not.
movement, friction,
We can't
something to
start a
keep you
bonfire.
warm.
I have fire.
Bonfire.
Did you read this, good sir? It is unbearable here.
Yeah,
It
We
is
can just we can just
unfathomable.
burn the Yeti, make it like a little spit roast, and then just go
That's
around.
Wait, that's a
I
good
mean,
idea.
if
Wait,
you
wait, wait,
guys if
wait.
you
Hold on,
guys
wait.
really want to try and like set something on fire and see if it takes like
Nah,
what
No,
is
I
nah,
don't.
spelling?
I don't. I want to keep walking, but
Okay.
I do want to light the Yeti on fire and burn him completely.
wow. That's mean, but okay.
Listen,
it's a fire burial. That's fine.
I don't
A
care about the
funeral
burials.
pyre.
I don't want that shit coming back.
Oh, well, let me change this.
We have like two fiery
There we
boys.
go.
You guys are gonna light this bitch on fire.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, how long was the travel before we fought the Yeti?
Most of the morning, like hours,
Mm.
probably. Um,
Casca, who's the other fire boy? Because
Yeah, do we have any idea how far it is to the city that hasn't been heard from?
you would wager that you're getting pretty close.
Tony, I
Yep.
thought it was you and Ryan.
oh,
gotta
you mean my
push through.
smites?
Oh yeah, is that the only fire thing you have?
Yeah.
I thought I was the only guy that had fire, so I didn't warn anyone about the web.
Well,
Oopsie, my bad.
let's push on, gentlemen, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, as you are pushing on, you're gonna crest over like and kind of come out of the forest for just a little bit and get a this view of the Ice Spire mountains. And they're just kind of beautiful. But as a result, the wind is just cutting through you even more now. And you are just slowly succumbing, and all of you have a level of exhaustion now,
Oh no.
just
Eh,
from going through the elements.
Nice.
Now,
nah, I'm immune to that, so I'm okay.
you are kind of off the trail now. That fight, you've kind of lost the trail, and night is drawing in, and your strength is fading. It's becoming harder to push yourself forward through the snow. Uh, However, Io, ahead of you, you can see a small sign partly covered in ice and realize that it is pointing ahead in a certain direction. And following that direction, those of you with elven eyes can just about make out a small, distant settlement up against the mountains. Um, and let me begin that, and you can safely assume that that is the town of Cratch.
Sweet. I want to take a moment real quick. I want to turn to Duncan. I want to give him a little like push. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Fuck behind me. You look like you're half dead. Don't keep fucking walking in front of me, all right?
So here we go to the map that I made of the town. This is a depart from my usual map style, but I wanted to try something out. And let me put this on global illumination for you guys so you can see it, because I'm not going to have you use dark vision through the entire town.
Oh, there's a cute little goat.
What? How ironic.
Sacrifice?
Mm.
Where?
Boy, if you start sacrificing a town goat, I'm gonna be a little upset with you.
It's the only living thing left here.
Twist, the goat's the big bad evil guy. The goat was the real Blizzard King.
I'm
So,
gonna summon Payan ahead of time just in case, and so we go look around, maybe find some more people or a place to rest.
The first thing you're going to notice is this stone archway spanning the entrance to the town. And it's frozen over, but you can make out the name of the town, Cratch, kind of carved into the stone. And there are more carved letters in the stone that are kind of obscured by frost. But you're able to like get up there and look at it, and it is once legible. It says, Midwinter's heart, a song to sing, lakeside watch, a bell to ring. Solstice time, return from Rome, all kept safe within each home. And you guys see that as you enter the town. Um,
I don't get it. I go anytime.
all right. The town looks to be a typical small settlement of the northern wastes, perhaps more cut off than most, but still well kept and attractively, if modestly, decorated for Midwinter festival. Its isolation is not what distinguishes it, however. There is a silence, like a grim stillness, more chilling even than the winter cold. Snow blankets every surface. An ages-old statue depicting a noble barbarian warrior watches blankly from the town center. And Cratch seems empty, completely abandoned. However, yet a single light glimmers from a large building near the center, that kind of large log house at the north there.
Is there a Midwinter's song that's popular in the Forgotten Realms?
There's actually quite a few.
Where's
For our purposes, we'll consider all of the traditional like Jingle Bells and everything just classic Midwinter songs.
Right. And is there a lake on that we can see anywhere?
When you were cresting over and got your first sight, you did notice that there was kind of what appeared to be a frozen over lake nearby.
So, what's up with the goat?
What's up with
So the goat is actually this great carved wooden goat stood on its hind legs, and there are ancient runes worked into the base of the statue that name the beast Julbakken.
It's Black Phillip.
How big is this statue?
It's pretty big. It's
Is it big
probably like 5 feet.
Alright, so like
Are you gonna ride the
3
goat?
of me.
Yeah, like 3 of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to take it.
So I heard Thad, and I'm gonna look at him, and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself and heal myself for 7, and then look at him and be like, I feel fine.
You
Was
look
it
alright.
worth it?
And then I'm just gonna check out this statue, is what Duncan's gonna be doing.
Let's see here.
Another shield.
Those of you checking out the statue are welcome to roll. You can roll either like an Arcana, like folklore check, or a history check. I would accept either. If you're curious about the
Neither
statue.
matter, but I'll try. I rolled a 14.
Hey, that's good enough for you to remember that in local folklore, this is the goat of the Black Frost. It's an ancient, capricious nature spirit. Offerings are made to keep it from becoming belligerent, usually around midwinter. And it kind of just goes back to just ancient festivals.
So I was at this other statue, but I look over at them admiring the goat statue, and I just yell all of that out at them.
Hey!
Wait, you're at the other one? Hold on,
Ancient
just a sec.
goat.
Yeah, no, I'll give you this other one too.
I'll roll history on the goat, and
You guys will trade places. Okay, so awesome. So let's see here. This statue, if I can find my thing for it. Okay. So this appears to be from the description, Clane of Brulus, which you recognize. You've heard quite a few bards sing about him before in taverns. Um, he is sometimes called the Dire Red, and he freed the Tower of Comitian from the Krampus and his gang. And then the whole story is told in this epic ballad called The Lay of Clane, also known as Under the Broadsword. And he had this giant broadsword that he wielded against the enemies of Midwinter called Kiai.
Beautiful. I kneel and pay my respects, and that's just what Duncan's doing for now.
Okay.
Where did you see that there? Where did you say that there was light in a building?
Yeah, so this kind of large log house up here, there's light coming from.
I shall go investigate this source of light.
Awesome.
Before we go into the home, we should do the ritual in the stone archway. The last sentence, all kept safe within each home, makes it seem that if we don't do it, we will not be safe if we go inside a home.
Don't do what? As I open the door.
Okay, is everyone following him? Should I switch
Nope.
maps?
Not
Yeah.
for the moment. Not yet.
I will follow.
Alright, we're splitting the
Checking out
party.
the stall.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna switch over to Thaddeus. We're splitting the party really quick. And oh, you know what? I'm just gonna global illuminate that as well. So I've
Those
got
Christmas trees. Look at that.
so there you go. So Thaddeus and who? Kathari was coming with
Pen.
you? Pen. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are opening the door into this mead hall, and it's definitely the largest building in Cratch. And as you enter in through the ornately carved dark wood doorway, your sensors are assaulted by the smells of food, fire, and wine. The warmth of the hall comes as a shock after so much time spent trekking through the frozen wastes, and to you, a weary traveler used to dried salt pork and hard biscuits, the riot of tantalizing odors from hot food and mulled wine is intoxicating.
I believe I want to go and tell the rest of the party that there's a nice fire going on inside.
Wait. I think aren't they doing some ritual thing or some shit like that? We shouldn't interrupt them, right?
uh,
Pen doesn't know what to do.
Listen, buddy boy. I think we're okay to let them do what they're doing out there, and we can do what we're doing in here. You know, they didn't want to come with us before, eh?
You are also going to see a banquet laid out along the tables in there. And it's just a cornucopia of roasted meats and exotic fruits. And your empty stomachs are gripped in the pain of hunger, and I'm going to remind you that you have a level of exhaustion. And then, other than the elaborate feast and roaring fire, the hall appears empty. And then now I'm going to go back to EO and everyone else.
Yeah, I would like to look at those that archway, not archway, the stalls, and then I would like to go up to the lake.
Two.
Yeah, and after the
So you're just
statue-
checking out the stalls? Yeah, so it looks very much like things were just kind of iced over, just kind of in the middle of everything. Like, the stall is set up, like, clearly the person that was selling their wares there had set up for the day and was selling their wares. And then just ice kind of overtook everything.
Duncan's getting a bad feeling, and he's gonna use divine sense. you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or no location of any celestial, fiend, undead.
You're
within
gonna ping right away on the log house, and
Oh.
it's gonna be a celestial.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
yell at the house, "Get out of the house!"
I don't know, man.
So-
We're inside the house. I don't think we can hear you.
I yelled as loud as possible immediately.
You don't sense evil from the log house, but you definitely know there's a power there.
Yeah, I don't trust it.
Over at the carved statue of Jobokin, I'm going to leave an offering to it.
Okay. What kind of offering?
I'm going to offer a satchel of rations for it.
Ooh.
Blind spike.
Okay.
And I'm going to light a torch and try to put it on there for, Jobokin's warmth.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sweet. Okay. What else are you guys doing?
I'm just kind of helping out EO for the moment after sensing that and yelling.
Still refusing to go in there? Okay.
I would like to go to the lake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trusting EO, so
Okay.
Aw.
Hold on just a second.
yeah. While he runs to the lake, I run around this way and I yell again at the log cabin, "Get out! Get out! Get out!"
So, EO, I'm gonna remind you guys again that you are full level of exhaustion. So, are you like running to the lake?
I mean, first level dark is just ability checks, so not running, walking calmly.
Okay.
Duncan is running after EO.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Oh,
And I'm just going to
I
walk up
have
to the House of Need.
Okay.
and I have Payan with me. He's gonna also be looking for stuff.
Okay. Uh, I am gonna leave you guys for just a second, pause on
Mhm.
you, and we're gonna go back to the mead hall. What are Thaddeus and Pent? What are you guys doing?
Penta, you got anything?
Penn's going to kind of just let Thaddeus. How old is Thaddeus? This is relevant.
Trying to wine and dine me, huh?
Hot.
Fuck. He's like. What are halflings' lifespan again?
Mm,
150 years.
150 years? I guess he's like 43.
Okay. Would you
So
do you
that's like
imagine
20
him
years.
like a more of like the childish or more like a young adult versus a like kind of grown adult?
Yeah, he's like a rambunctious, like late teens.
Okay. So just by visual impression, Penn as a father kind of recognizes that Thaddeus is of a young soul, so he's gonna take on the role of
oh, jeez.
He's dad moding.
he's dad moding, and he's going to just stand by, keep watch, and let Thaddeus roam around. Um, he's gonna say to Thaddeus like, "Oh, just don't be very careful. I mean, I really should say something to them, but I have a bad feeling about this place."
I'm gonna need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Do either of them hear my yells as I'm?
No, they super didn't.
Ugh.
It did not seem to get in here.
That's a 14 from Penn.
is
Okay.
this about? Is this anything to do with being frightened?
No.
Okay, I have a 19.
Okay, sweet. That's still. You guys are gonna dive into that food.
I mean,
Like,
What's
you
like
are
1 or 2 bites of
starving,
what
you
everyone
are
else?
freezing,
Like we're compelled to
and
dive into
you
the
are
food?
compelled to die. Like, you are unable to resist the smell and the warmth that this, like, food and wine promises.
Maybe 1 bite.
I guess you talked me into it since you brought it up.
Okay, and as you're just diving in, there's like all the like traditional like Christmassy type foods. There's like frosted cookies and like uh ham and all these like oranges and chocolate everywhere. And as you guys are eating, you feel yourself healing and just warm from within. And your exhaustion is now gone and you are at max HP.
Damn straight we are.
And as you are eating, you are going to notice a figure kind of come into view over here um, in this main little area up here. And he is a large, hulking figure in opulent fur robes, crowned with holly and mistletoe. And he's just watching you from the head of the hall, and he sees you kind of look up from stuffing your face, and he just grins at you in an overly friendly manner and be like, "Hi, you can call me Bran, blessed of the elders of Cratch. Ever have I sat in this mead hall, and year upon year the folk have come to offer their tribute. And I see that you are eating well from my table. But these are the least of my gifts to you. I have something greater for you. Something that will aid you in your quest. Before you choose, know this. One takes, all take." And
Just-
he looks like this. A
Oh.
little bit like the dude. If we're
I'm-
being honest.
I would just like mid bite into something. I look from him to Pent to him like, what the fuck is going on? And at this point, does Keth walk in yet?
Do you walk in? Or are you
You
with
said he was
them?
making
I
his
was
way
making
in.
that way, and I was just gonna kind of like knock, knock.
Alright, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
And then I guess I look from Pent to the knock.
Geez, so close. Almost crit a 24.
It's one shy. Nope, you're gonna start eating.
Dukes.
You are gonna roll in and you are gonna start eating. And you also are just filled from warmth through, like from within. Your hit points are healed. You're no longer exhausted. And he's gonna wave at you friendly and be like, "Do you partake? Do you accept my gifts?" And he's gonna gesture to a pile that has just kind of appeared before him of like beautifully wrapped presents and a large wooden chest with a bow on it. He's like, "And I must remind you, if one takes, all take."
Just a moment, and I like kind of like as I'm stuffing my face with food, I'm like, yeah. So Duncan said to leave, and he just like ran away with Io. So just so you're aware.
I'm just looking at the food. I'm like, what the fuck you do to this food? Where the fuck did those boxes come from?
And then I kind of look back at the large gentleman and be like, so what's your name?
"I am Bran the Blessed."
His name's Brad.
Bran, my friend, my little one.
Lord Bran, what compels you to give such bountiful pleasantries to such weary random travelers?
Why, it's the season of giving, and I love to give.
Am I able to get up?
Yeah,
Now that I ate?
but you've got like cookies in your hand and like a glass of wine that you're still drinking at. I'm just kind of munching.
So I'm gonna have my wine, and I'm gonna take a stack of cookies. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go get the others, and I'm gonna walk out real quick.
And following that, I'm getting I'm like the sight of Kathari walking in and just immediately starting to eat has got Pent a little set unease a little bit. He's like he kind of puts whatever he's eating down and
But
just
can
kind
you
of
though?
yeah. Can I?
You are like you can stand up and stop eating, but you're gonna kind of do the same thing where you just like kind of got it in your hand and you're munching on it.
Okay, so it's like an addictive kind of thing. Okay.
It's more just like it's so fulfilling and so warm, and you've been so cold and tired and hungry that it's not even like an addiction where it's like sucking something from you, but it's just like it's so good that like you would not set this down ever. Do you know what I mean?
So
Um,
maybe Pent just has a piece of ham, and as he's walking towards the door, he's just munching at it. Like he doesn't know why, but he's just doing it.
So good.
um, hmm,
My
I
friend, it'll change your destiny. Your quest, it will help. It'll be the
Yeah,
best thing you ever do. It'll
we'll
be
be
the
back.
greatest thing you will ever do.
Don't worry,
um,
we'll be back. Just going to get the others.
I I ask, what do you mean by your if one takes, all takes?
Well, I wouldn't want anyone to feel left out of the gift giving.
Ah,
So if you were to take a gift, I would want all of you to take a gift. I have one specially selected for each of you.
oh, hmm. Well then, I will stay put and continue eating
All
while
right.
someone, I guess, was gonna go grab everybody
Okay, we're
else.
gonna hop back out. So are you guys continuing
Yep,
uh
to the lake.
just
All the
out to the
while,
lake? It's actually you're going the wrong way.
oh,
it's it's like east.
It's okay. Just now we can like cross paths.
Yeah.
Ah.
yeah,
You
and
just
all the
went- you
while
just
there,
went zooming.
I'm singing Jingle Bell Rock. 'Cause you guys
You guys, by the way, who've been traveling still in the cold and snow have second level exhaustion now.
Oof. Speed half. Nice.
So yeah, so you guys aren't making as much progress as you want.
It ain't no thing.
Oh my
We're still singing carols, having a good time.
Okay. Okay, are you guys catching up with them?
I'm walk out. I'm like, oi, oi,
Yeah, come over
Oh.
here.
where,
Over here.
where?
We're going to the lake.
Yeah, I
Oh.
throw a bunch of firebolts in the air, kind of like fireworks.
I guess I'm just spinning around a little bit. Oh, over there. Okay, and I'll walk over there.
All right. I mean, you're able to catch up with them pretty easily because they're literally moving half as fast as you.
I'm a speedy little monk.
Okay. You catch up with them.
So, are you guys okay?
Boy, never been better. There's a weird guy in there, but you guys look fucking terrible.
Yeah, he's a celestial, and I'm a one god kind of guy, so I don't know how I feel about that. It could be a trap.
I don't know, mate. I've seen traps in my days, and it doesn't look like him.
But wouldn't that make you think that it could be a trap? A trap, the best trap is a trap you don't think is a trap, because then it's a good trap.
I don't know. You want to go talk to him then? You might be able to get something out of what he says.
Oh, I'm following butterfly guy over here real quick.
Butterfly guy.
Yeah, I have like 5 butterflies near me trying to keep me warm.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take that seriously. Calling you butterfly guy, and then the camera snapping to you, and you got the headdress on. You're just
I
like,
am
yeah, I
a
got
druid. I
5.
need.
Oh boy.
All right. This is becoming logistically difficult. So since we're all split up, what are you guys talking about? over here out in the town, in the very cold town?
Going like trying to find that bell.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go back just temporarily to switching back and forth. I should just killed a lot of you.
Basically.
As
Don't
one
split
does.
the party. Okay. Yeah, you can scooch out of there.
So, seeing that Thaddeus is able to get out and walk out, I'm gonna do whatever I can to do the same.
Okay.
Just need something in your hand to go out with, like a takeaway bag.
Yeah, yeah. You're just like you've folded up like a cloth napkin and you're stuffing a little.
Grab a box
Just,
on the way out.
just. He's like, good luck. Good luck at the lake. uh, all right. So you're just following them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
All right. I am going to transfer you guys all here. So you guys, are you just cutting straight through the homes? You're not investigating. You're just going straight through, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sadly I do not
I
trust we can go into the home since the riddle was all homes kept safe uh, at the end. All except
okay.
within the home.
So, uh, you guys made very slow progress with your second level exhaustion.
Yeah.
The other guys are doing fine though. Uh, though you'll notice that like the as you kind of left the center of the town, your food kind of faded away and isn't there anymore.
What the fuck? I was eating that.
I have some cakes if you guys want.
But that shit was so good in there. You guys gotta
Um,
go try it.
so
It cost
as
me
you
a full
guys
gold.
come across up to the lake, uh, it's even more silent than the town. Um, and there's a handful of fishermen's shacks and small piers kind of encroach upon the water, which is fully frozen over. Dotted around the perimeter are a bunch of snow effigies that you kind of just saw, like just little snowmen around the town. But there's just like a lot more of them here around the perimeter of the lake. And at its north shore is a large watchtower. And then something, perhaps a figure, sits at the center of the ice. And let's
Well,
see here.
Duncan immediately would call out, "Hey, what are you doing on the ice?"
I'm looking around. Leave me the fuck alone.
No, not you. Look.
Oh, him. Oh, because I'm on the ice. Sorry.
No, it works perfectly.
Oh, it still works. Not you, idiot.
Okay. The figure's not going to even move or register that it heard you at all.
Yeah, Duncan sees all the cracks in the ice, and he's a big, beefy boy, so he doesn't think he can walk on the ice.
Uh,
Is there a bell anywhere? I didn't see it in the description.
there is a large watchtower that seems to have like a little window at the top where a bell would be.
Hmm.
Though you don't
You
hear
guys
any
wanna go?
ringing.
You guys want to go talk to the guy?
I'll watch from this little house here.
I'm with Duncan.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch over them, so I'll make my way to the front of this house to try to shield myself from some wind and whatnot, and I'll start a fire and watch out. And I will just wait and make sure nothing bad happens.
Okay. Thaddeus, Eo, as you're walking out on this lake, this ice seems pretty sturdy. Like, this is the kind of lake, and we're in the kind of climate where people are, like, using huge saws to, like, slice through the ice to go ice fishing every year. Like, you know, you guys could probably drive a truck out onto this thing.
I weigh about
the
as much
truck.
as a truck.
And as you're crossing the lake, you are able to get a more clear view of that watchtower, and see that while encrusted in ice, there is maybe a bell at the top of it.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's see here. Uh, Thaddeus, as you get closer to the figure, it appears to be like a boy sitting in the center of the ice. Frost has gathered on his hair, on his face, and his eyes, and over his fingers. And then there's like shards of ice spread out in a strange pattern in front of him. Uh, and he does not seem to hear you approach. Um, and let's see here. Let me show him to you.
And then I don't know if you saw, but Cathari is preparing stuff over there. So
Cathari.
Kath is still in the cabin, I think.
yeah, but he just messaged saying he was doing an hour long.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I will
A process
cast
that.
detect thoughts and point it at him, the cone. And, as I do that, I would like to speak at him. Hello, can you speak? Are you well? We have some fire if you require, if you're that cold.
As I can hear the faint whispers of you talking, I'm like, what's happening? Is it who is it?
um, uh, from everything within his mind, he seems mesmerized, transfixed by the shards. And the only thing that you're getting back from him is cold.
can I touch him?
Cold the temperature or cold looks?
Just cold, like that's all his
Or
his
like the
thoughts
cold
are just
shoulder.
consumed with cold.
I want to kind of give a little pat on his shoulder.
Okay. Um.
Do I die?
No. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, though.
Sure. Natural 20?
A natural 20.
Yeah. This is gonna be that one instance where it's really bad.
Okay, so it's like a little bit of, yeah, okay, so, so he's gonna kind of come to with that natural 20 of you just like kind of waking him. And he
Wait,
is
Am
going
I
to,
shoving him? I'm sorry.
you're like kind of gentle shaking him awake. Does that make sense? Like this kind of like,
Okay.
hey, you there? Hey, buddy.
Okay, yeah.
Um, and he's gonna look up at you and like scream.
Alright.
And as this happens, a shadow falls across the lake, and a great horned figure fills the eastern sky. And all of you can see this. It's just filling the sky.
Oh,
And then from the opposite side of the lake to the west, a booming howl of a large beast.
Fun.
Yeah.
And
as much as Duncan can, he's gonna start running towards them as soon as this happens.
uh,
Oh boy.
What are you doing?
You are in trouble.
so across the lake, you guys see leaping over boathouses is a nightmarish horned figure bearing a switch of thorned branches in one hand and a large sack in the other. This can only be what you guys all know just from folklore, the harbinger of despair at Midwinter, Krampus.
Grab the boy and run.
And then next to him, galloping towards you, swinging a huge club, is a monstrous creature half goat, half man. And you would wager that this is Julbakken. Go to the Black Frost. And let's all roll initiative.
Oh
no.
no.
Yay! Finally, you roll one.
Okay,
Oh
let's
wait, no, it
see
has
here.
advantage because it's an ability check.
Wait. I got something. I got some awesome. Hold on, here we go.
Nice.
Lovely.
No.
Why are you running?
Why are you
That
running?
should have been Pence' reaction to Duncan. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Oh no.
Okay, and let's see. This guy. Oh, he's way down here. That's very good. Okay, I'm gonna, let's see here. I'm gonna turn that down a little.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When we ate the food, did that also replenish some of our resources, like key points and spell
Yeah, hold
slots?
on just a sec. Let me roll that. Yeah, you get half restored.
Okay. I have 1 key point.
Half rounding up if you have like an
I
uneven.
have 2 key points.
Okay. Let's see. Who do we got at the top? Duncan. You are first in initiative.
Yeah, I'm in pretty bad sorts. No spell slots. I can probably. Oh, I can't hit with a javelin. I could hit my own party with a javelin, but.
Put me out of my misery.
Yeah, Duncan being tapped, seeing what's happening, he and exhausted as well. He is going to move forward a little bit again to the end of this pier and just try to yell persuasively, grab the kid and run. And he rolls a 19.
Okay. Does anyone want to try and resist that persuasion or just call yourself persuaded?
You don't gotta fucking persuade me, mate. I have a question though. What would you make us roll to counter that?
So isn't that usually wisdom to go against someone's persuasion?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
But my question is, why wouldn't it be charisma?
Because
like
wisdom
a
is your
saving
will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wisdom's usually like your will. Like you've got intelligence, which is your smarts, but wisdom is like your will. And then charisma's like your
Personality.
yeah, your personality.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, that would be like charm person is a will save, a wisdom save, not a charisma save, which would be the persuasion would just be similar to that. All right. I will not go against the persuasion. Is it my turn next?
Yes.
All right. They are quite a bit away from me, so I am going to cast web over here. It's a 60 foot range spell, but it has 20 foot square thing. So I don't know how to put it because I can't see the squares.
It's yeah, all right, let me see here. It's what square? It's how big?
It's 20 by 20.
Okay. Hold on. It's 20 by 20. Oh, you got it. You got it close enough. You're close enough. We'll call it good. Um,
And it
okay.
should be on them if I don't know if I it's there because I can't move it.
Oh, okay. Let me
Yeah, he should be able to at least get them with like half of it based on the ruler.
Okay.
They're pretty low in it.
Yeah. Okay, so what save do they need to do?
Dex save 15.
Okay. Okay, 11, so not that. Okay, so Goat Boy is gonna be restrained. And then 19 plus 2, so 21.
Makes it.
Yeah.
And then I move away.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
still difficult terrain in the area, so double moon to go through if they were going over.
Okay. What is his
That's
movement?
my
Okay.
turn.
Double movement, so he'll make it just out of that. Okay. And it is Pent's turn.
Okay. He's going to cast Expeditious Retreat, which the spell allows you to move at an incredible pace. When you cast the spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action. So he's going to. Wait, hold on, let me see where my came here. It's going to be a insurmountable amount of space here. So he's going to move a whopping 50 feet. Oof. Right towards the cracks there.
All right. Okay.
All right.
And that was your whole turn, right? That was all your movement?
Yes.
Okay. So it's Big Boy Krampus's turn, and he is just gonna crash right through that web, no problem. Just zoom in towards you. And he seems to be fixated on Thaddeus.
Okay.
And that is, let's see, that's his full movement. Let me see what else though he's got. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay.
By the way, if he did move through the web, he gotta make another dex save.
Uh, if he moves through it,
Yeah.
okay. That's cool because he's got advantage. Sweet. So 17. He is
Makes it.
sure-footed. To put a
Damn.
name to it. Okay. Let's see. So is that just barely out of range? Okay. That is all he's gonna do then. He's just gonna move through that, and we are at Tony's turn.
Oh, I mean, I'm more or less just still in the clubhouse of food.
You're still there? You didn't come out of the...
No one came.
All right,
and got
hold
me.
on just a second. Hold on. We're gonna really quick. You guys, hold on just a sec. Hold on, let's move these guys out of the frame.
I'm really curious what went down in this last 30 seconds.
Yeah, hold on just a sec. I've gotta, hold on. We gotta change the music. We gotta do everything. Okay. Okay, so the dude is, looking at you. He's like, I think your friends, might need some help. Would you care to join them?
What's going on? I mean, I thought that if they were in trouble, they'd come get me.
Well, they seem to have just charged into things. They did not want my gifts. However, I'm still in a giving mood. Would you care for some gifts and maybe some assistance?
Yes. I guess I'll have to do this later, so you can have this for now. And I hand him my very ornate mace and said, "A gift for the gift giver.
A gift for me.
A gift for you.
A gift for
you do
me.
so much for so many other people."
Oh, I love it. Okay. He is going to pull out a card, a deck of cards.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Mm,
Huh?
Yes. Yes.
And
Oh no. Oh no, no,
let's
no.
see here. Hold on. And he is
Oh,
going
the
to
deck of-
pull out
I have those somewhere.
a card for you and hand it to you. And it depicts a smiling woman offering a wrapped gift. And he is going to say, this is a great moment for you. And what are you? You are cleric, right? Hold on just a second. Bear with me.
the gift of death.
Yes.
And he is going to pull out a tiny little wrapped present and hand it to you. He's like, "This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
Open
And
it,
I-
open it."
I unwrap it ever so lightly so as not to damage it.
All right, and you open it, and in here is this little necklace with like a little like clear stone star. Um, and then he is going to hold on. Oh my gosh, there's so many things.
I wish I just pulled a card.
And then he is going to do this. He's going to pull out one more card, and he's like, "And I just think that you guys really need some help here. And so I give this to you." And the card depicts a knight wreathed in holly and other greenery. And as you gaze at the knight, on the card, the same knight is going to appear before you.
Whoa.
If I can get him to appear before you.
Such a genuine response from Cathari. Just, whoa.
Oh, your gift is really cool.
He's
And he's going to be
great.
like, "I am here to aid." And Bran the Blessed is going to be like, "Very good, now go." And you guys are going to get swirled up in just a layer of snow and twinkling snowflakes. And you are going to just plop down right in the middle of things right here. And whoosh.
Whoa, they got some trees with them too? Hell yeah.
Oh god, and some cookie plates. It's not a very
I bring
precise.
the
You
cookies
guys are
for
just
ya.
gonna land in a clump of snow and like festivity. Yeah. Okay, so let me pull up. There you go. And I'm gonna give you control of him.
Nice.
So you can move him and attack with him, and we'll just put him in initiative right after you. So I will give you one action on top of all of that, as you're just kind of plopped right onto the ice here.
Who is this? Or what is this?
My name is Sam, sir, and I am here to aid you in whatever you need.
Oh,
Sam,
neat.
sir.
So it's that.
Sam, sir.
Well, it seems my friends are in a bit of a bind. With some, thing.
Indeed. Big
And
energy.
I kind of look, I kind of look past. I'm like, You know, that looks a lot like the thing I offered my offering for. Little suspicious and angry.
Little goat boy. By the way, those festive goods have faded away.
Oh no, the cookies I brought for everybody.
All right. What do you want to do with your one action that you have?
I am going to move closer.
All right.
This time magical bonk and stick of spiritual weapon and try to bonk Krampus on his fat little head.
Okay.
But an 11 does not hit.
No, it does not. Okay, so now it is Sam's turn. What would you like him to do?
Let's see. Oh, geez. He's got that. Yeah, he's gonna pull out his heavy crossbow and he's gonna do a nice shooty.
Okay. Go ahead and
And
roll
it
it. He's completely under your control.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 4 damage.
Okay, sweet. And he's gonna look at you and be like, "Very good, sir. Anything else?"
Yeah, move up with me.
Alright. Alright, he's just gonna come up right there with you. Okay. Let's see. I believe it is now Krampus's turn. Yep. Okay.
Wait,
he
got to go already, didn't he? Because he moved out of the living.
Yeah, he did. Why do I have Tony down at the bottom then?
Then I
Probably
should just
the
be
other one.
last.
Cause
Yeah, Thad is less.
oh, okay. All right. Cause he's at 15 in initiative. That's his spot. So I feel like I put him out of place. That's fine. Okay, so whose turn is it then?
Me.
Okay,
Yes,
go
that.
ahead.
Small boy. Alright. So, while we were doing that, I took out my deck of many things, and I pulled the moon card. So can I get my 1d4 wishes, please?
You have a deck of many things,
Yeah.
but like, does Thaddeus?
No.
Okay.
I wish. But,
He's
anyway.
gonna get one from Santa.
Anyway, so I look back and I see I was about to pick up the kid and run, but now Keth has a knight and teleported in, and he's running towards Krampus. I guess I look back to Duncan and I'm like, are we fucking doing this? At this point, do I have to resist the save? I mean, do I have to resist the persuasion? Or
I
can
mean,
like...
if you want to, yeah. If you're gonna try and go against his persuasion, go ahead and roll a wisdom.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
What was it? A
'cause
19?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope, I don't do it. So I'm compelled to pick up the kid and run.
I mean, yeah, it's not really even compelling. It's like, you got this thing coming. He's making a really good argument, even with the knight. It's like, yeah, I'll let them take care of it. I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
I guess
Duncan
I'll-
is
I'll
being
leave
pretty-
It's not like, it's not dominate person. It's persuasion. You know, it's like, it's just a really
Yeah.
compelling argument. You know,
It's
like,
more
yeah.
of a guideline.
But
Yeah.
then how much does that influence me now that one of my teammates are running into battle and I'll be running away from battle?
I mean,
Your personality would take over at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not dominate person, it's persuasion.
Yeah.
So
That's what
ultimately,
I'm
it's a role play choice. You just allow the dice to influence the role play. So, but since this new stuff is kind of like, I mean, if it goes against your personality, you're gonna go with what Thad would do.
All right, then I'm gonna have to look at Duncan and I'm gonna say, hey, we're in this. Can't get out, and I'm going to. Oh wait, let me measure first. Oh my god, I can get to him. All right, sure. All right, bada bing, bada boom. Here I am, Krampus. How big is he?
He's real big. Um,
It's a big boy.
yeah,
Like is he like
he's a
4d4
large.
Thaddeus's?
He's a large, uh, size creature.
Nice. So like 12 to 15 feet,
Yeah,
or like
probably at the
10.
outside edge, so 15.
Wow, nice. I guess I. Oh my god, I wish I had stunning strike. I'm going to start this off with a bang. I'm going to attack him. Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I'm going to do. And that's going to be a 21.
that'll hit. That'll do it.
Okay, short sword. So that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage. And as I
Okay,
hit the short sword, my tattoo glows and my knives come out, and I'm going to use a key point for flurry of blows. That's going to be a 20, dirty 20,
nice. That'll hit.
and 22.
Okay. That'll hit as well. Yeah. Or was
Okay.
22 the damage?
No.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are 2 hits. Sorry.
'Kay.
And I can't find my features for some reason. 1 second. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw while I roll my damage?
Yeah. I am going to use my choose to succeed instead. 16 plus 1,
Yeah,
so 17. Okay.
All right. And
Mark that off. Okay.
he's going to take 16 points of psychic damage as I do like a nice elbow and knee combo, and both hits a knife slices through him,
Nice.
and then I get myself ready. And I was trying to fear him, make him frightened. So I look at him with a smirk, and then he's like, and I'm like,
All right. Let's see here. We can do.
Has the axe guy gone?
It is. Let's see. Thad
Yeah, he
was
got
9.
tangled.
Yeah, no, he was way at the bottom. So goat guy is way at the bottom, and it is now his turn, and he needs to do what save at the beginning to try and get out of this?
Axe needs to do a strength check. So d20 plus the strength modifier.
11 plus nothing. Does 11 do it?
Nope.
So he's still
Oh,
stuck.
Nice.
All right, but let's see here what he's got. Oh wait, hold on. He also has advantage. Hold on, just a sec. He's oh, that's even worse. So never mind. He doesn't have any ranged. Man, he's just gonna sit there and be really pissed and just like he's making all these crazy goat roaring noises, just clawing at the web. Okay. We are back at the no, it's the boy's turn. Let's see here. Let me see if he's fully 2 yet. He's still kind of de-icing right now. And he's gonna start looking up and around, but he's not quite there yet. So it's now back at the top.
All right. So Duncan is gonna go as far as he can. He's got level 2 exhaustion, so it's not that far. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the range on a thrown weapon, the second number is how far you can throw with disadvantage, right?
It's maximum, yeah, but with disadvantage, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So he's actually going to
Let me put
call
in
out
there.
the demon.
There we go.
call out again to everyone and say, "We need to regroup." And then he's gonna ready a javelin for if Krampus gets any further, I guess, any closer. So if he moves past Thaddeus at all, he's gonna let loose the javelin. It'll be with disadvantage when it happens, but he can throw it that far. So I guess, yeah, my turn is I'm gonna try to be persuasive again and tell people to regroup. And it is a 20.
I mean, you guys are feeling like he's making really good, giving sound advice. You feel like this makes a lot of sense. Regrouping makes a lot of sense. It seems like he knows what he's talking about.
And it's my turn, I guess.
Yep.
And I will just say out. Well, we have 3 people over here, and you guys are behind. So a group would be you guys coming towards us. So just skedaddle.
I don't know if that's really what Duncan is saying, but I mean, you're not.
And that's what
exactly
I say.
Uh. Okay. I mean, ultimately, this is role playing because you guys are player against player. But with a natural 20, you guys are gonna feel really.
It wasn't a natural 20. It was just a 20 total.
Well, yeah, but
All right,
it's still like very convincing.
Our will save this.
Nice.
You're like, no, you come here.
No, you.
Listen, guys, we just need to get some food and then fight. We should have got the food.
I have cakes and grapes in my bag. You guys can. It's fine. And okay, now that we had
follow EO.
now that we had that thing set up, I would like to cast. Crap. I'll move 15 feet over here and cast Scorching Ray at the horny guy.
Okay.
That's in front of Thaddeus.
Okay.
First attack roll does a 22 hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right, I'm gonna just roll all 3 for my man. Oof, 11.
11 damage.
No, 11
Oh.
doesn't hit.
Nope, doesn't
Okay,
hit.
Third attack. That's a fail too, so only 1 attack.
Okay.
All right, damage 2d6.
Wasted the natural
6 points
20
fire.
Duncan.
6 fire.
All right. Yeah. 6 fire.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have Payan go over to where these guys are.
The scorching ray is just gonna kind of just singe some fur on his shoulder, but he's gonna remain pretty unaffected by it.
Yep. And bonus action, Payan's gonna go over here.
Oh, let me get you your butterfly boy. Bring him over here. Come here, buddy. There we go.
Let's see. And Duncan is too far away, sadly. And he's going to teleport Pent right next to me.
Does that teleport have to be on a willing creature?
It has to be on a creature. Are you willing?
So assuming that Pent is under the being convinced by Duncan,
All right.
I'm gonna say that he is unwilling.
All right. Then
Swatting at the butterfly as it comes at you.
No.
No, I know what you're gonna do. You teleported me before. That was
all
not
right.
an-
And that is sadly my turn. He didn't do much.
Okay. Pent.
Well, and fellas, he looks like a pretty tall guy. I mean, he's roughly a lot taller than me, about 10 Ms maybe. Maybe we should back out a little bit. I mean, if we could go to the house that Thaddeus went to. Thaddeus, get away from him.
I mean, are we cowards? I mean, I know you're a gnome, but
Listen, cowards live to fight another day.
How the fuck are we gonna make it all the way to the log cabin with these things chasing us?
And with
I
two
got
of
one.
you at low speeds.
Yeah. Some of you were making it, some of you aren't.
They also have one restraint, and they have advantage against the save, so it's not gonna happen again.
Listen, Pence already died once.
Unconscious.
On this,
Not died.
he's already went unconscious once this mission.
Yeah, and
There's a
I brought you
difference.
back, EO, not Duncan. Duncan didn't care about you.
Hey, I healed him.
Duncan seems to have some sense though in regards to the 15-foot monster Krampus thing in front of us. Pence going to ready just an attack roll in case either one of them comes, and he's gonna step over to Duncan.
Right? Let's see. It is now Krampus's turn, and he is going to. What is he gonna do?
What is he gonna do?
He's gonna run
Is
towards
he
the
gonna-
boy.
Okay.
He's gonna give you a present.
No, he's actually very upset with Thaddeus for waking the boy up. So he's going to take his switch and attack you. Let's see here.
Joke's on you, Thaddeus likes it.
14 plus 6, so dirty 20.
Ah,
Um,
Yeah, not with the way this DM's rolling tonight. Hell no.
it
Screw Cramp.
was only a 14, but this is, I mean, it's Krampus, you guys. Ooh, minimum damage on that first one, though, so 6 plus 4, so 10 bludgeoning damage with that first strike with his switch. And then he is going to attempt to take his bag and get you in there. So go ahead, and this is actually him holding out the bag and just staring at you, and you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no.
13.
Ooh,
Okay.
barely make it. So
Oh my
you
goodness.
are able to resist getting like sucked into the void of Krampus's bag, and that is, let's see, that is his turn for now. That's all he's gonna do right now. Okay, just barely, man. Okay, so now it's Tony's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move up. Yeah. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on Krampus. Oh! The natural 20.
Oof.
Wow.
Yes.
Hooray! Enjoy
Oh.
8d6
Crit,
of
crit,
radiant
crit.
damage.
Oh,
Yes.
Praise be Vulcan.
Jesus. That's 27 radiant damage.
Shit.
Wow.
And here comes the advantage bonk of 23 from the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is for 5 more force damage.
Nice. 5. Okay. So that radiant blast is gonna hit him so hard that his skin will kind of crackle and glow, and blood starts leaking out from his cracked skin.
Should use some lotion.
It's really bad. These dry winters. Okay. Let's see. It is now Thaddeus. It is your turn.
Great. I will pop. 19.
19 will
12
hit.
plus
Yeah,
7. Yeah, 19. Okay.
that's gonna do it.
9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
My last key point, flurry of blows. 16 to hit,
That will hit. Yeah.
and like 20 something. Okay. So 15 points of psychic damage as I hit him once with the sword, and then like an elbow and a
How
palm.
many points of psychic damage?
15.
Okay, that's gonna be a killing blow. How do you want to dispatch with Krampus?
Wow. Okay. So with the flavor, I slash him, and then I go to hit him with some sort of like bam, with like a nice forearm as one arm strike, and then a palm with the other unarmed strike. And as I do, 2 more blades go into him. 2 more soul knives go into him, and 10 feet behind him, he reappears. And I say, "Ha! Now it's time to fucking run." But then he just drops dead,
Okay.
and I'm like, "Oh, ha! You fucking
So, let's see here. He is going to drop, and as he does this, let's see, let me see how long that's gonna, yeah, he's gonna drop, and his bag is going to fall by him, and at this point, the boy will use his free action to, like, just scream out, "The box!" And, like, kind of look around like he's looking for something in the ice.
Oh."
Um,
Now, by the way, it wasn't completely flavored. That teleport is one of my abilities to like teleport an enemy 10 feet. So if it makes any difference for like him dropping his stuff, it is 10, like it's 10 feet away from me.
okay.
Not sure if it makes a difference,
Sleeping
but
in
just
the web.
like logistically.
Okay. Let me see if I've got a bag. Okay, but it is it is now. Here, wait. There we go. There we go. Krampus's bag. It's in the web.
I didn't move yet, so I want to.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Where's the webbing?
It's this like it's kind of hard to see because it's gray, but it's this gray square.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'll go right here.
Okay.
Fuck. Where did I just do that?
Right here.
1,
There you go.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Um,
30,
let's
35.
see here.
Okay. So I'll go there, and I'm staying outside of the web, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I end my turn.
It is now Jewel Bakken's turn, but I need to. 1 second. I need to figure something out here. 'Cause I need to know.
Meanwhile, Pent's gonna turn to Duncan and just be like, apparently we misjudged the big guy.
I'm just exhausted and I can't get there.
I'm exhausted and I can't get up.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Okay, with this, as Krampus falls over, Jewel Bakken is just gonna kind of like shimmer and fade.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have like an Ornstein Smog
Uh,
episode where one gets stronger.
no. And then, now that it is his turn, the boy is going to cast about on the ice until he finds this like ornate little like casket kind of thing. And he's just gonna shut it. And at this point, briefly up in the night sky, Krampus is going to fill the sky again, just like when he appeared. And he is going to say, "Ask not for who the bell jingles, it jingles for thee," and then fade away, and his body is going to disappear. And you guys are out of initiative, and his bag is going to disappear, and all the townspeople are going to pop back out of the bag and look around super confused, and they're all the same 3 people. Don't worry about it.
Damn, we should have looted the houses before this.
Immediately after, Duncan just runs to the kid and he's like, "Are you okay? Don't
Really slowly
open that
running.
thing again." Yeah, he's just like trudging, but that's what Duncan's gonna be doing this whole time.
You guys also are going to hear a kind of like jingling sound. And those of you that went in the mead hall are going to get kind of like a whiff of the same kind of spices and warm smells. And then a little package of presents neatly wrapped is going to drop right in front of you there.
Sorry, Duncan.
It's okay, Eel. I just didn't want you to be alone.
I'm not saying sorry for that. I know I was right. I said sorry for not going into the and eating the food.
Yeah, no, I understood.
I assume you guys are opening these packages.
Yes. What's in our presents?
Okay. In your presents, let me find their things here. Pen, as you open up the one addressed to you, it's a little clockwork toy.
Yes.
And scratched on the bottom is the name Trent. And it appears to have been carved by your son. Made roughly in the shape of you.
Oh.
And it gives +1 to all strength, ability, and skill checks, and then at higher levels, it grants higher.
Isn't Trent the character everyone hates from Critical Role right now?
I don't know. I don't watch
Trent.
CR.
Trent is.
Why are you metagaming?
This is a magical moment, Duncan.
I'm not metagaming. I'm talking out of it.
Okay, so let's see here. Cathari, as you open the one addressed to you, you're gonna see some little spectacles with crystal lenses. And it's just what you wanted. And so you have advantage on investigation checks while closely studying with these things. And then, let's see here. EO,
I get one even though I didn't go in.
It's the season of giving. You guys saved Midwinter.
She was saying that you can recognize the smell.
Yeah, just the people that didn't go in, like, you guys just see the presence. The people that went in recognize the smell. And then EO, the one addressed to you is like a little cat carved stone. That'll give you +1 to ability checks and saving throws when you have it on your person. And then, Thaddeus.
Oi.
There's one addressed to you, and it's a beautiful green cloak. And you have advantage on stealth checks, and people can't perceive you as well. And then Duncan, there's one for you too.
Duncan doesn't open his.
Wow.
Can we grapple Duncan and open his present?
You sure can.
Thaddeus
is gonna attempt to grapple. You guys go ahead and.
I'm not worried about
This is like a weird sort of fighting over Christmas presents.
What'd you get?
Are we doing strength versus strength?
Yeah.
My strength versus your strength or athletics. Or acrobatics.
It's grapple, so isn't that just strength versus strength?
Well, it's
No, the target can choose between
Oh.
athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Okay. Is it considered a save on my end?
Nope, it's a skill
No,
check.
it's a check.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Plus 4.
15 minus 1.
Crap.
I
It's
promise.
okay.
So
I
you're
helped
just
you.
able to like keep it out of his reach and like no.
It's the champagne dice. I told you.
No. Adam, I give you advantage because I'm helping you as well, so you can roll again.
Even if you nat
he,
20,
yeah, he
it won't
couldn't.
be me, though.
He's got a negative, so he.
Yeah,
literally
Oh,
I
you
still
got a
can't win.
negative? Oh,
I have
Yeah.
a plus 4.
And I
yeah,
got a 6 minus.
I just pocket the present, and I tend to the boy again, making sure he's okay.
Okay. So you don't look in there. Okay. The
Not
boy
yet.
seems fine, and he's like, I'm sorry. I opened it before Midwinter. I didn't know.
Why would you ever want to open it and bring that thing about? What's the point?
What? Hold
Don't be
on.
yelling at the
Let me
kid.
find my my notes here. Uh, so
I
he's like,
understand.
well,
He's
every
innocent.
year we open it on Midwinter, and all the festivities happen. And I thought I could have Midwinter early.
Oh, so you're a bad boy, is what you're telling me.
Well, I thought
No.
it would be good.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
I need you to listen. I need you to listen. I kneel down on one knee and like flash my like symbols. You need to listen. You need to be respectful and not do things you shouldn't.
I'm sorry, mister. I said I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I pat him on the shoulder and I'm like, "Can I have the box, please? Who does this belong to?"
Well, I guess it belongs to the town.
Who usually takes care of it?
Well, usually my dad. And he points to some guy over in the crowd.
Okay. Thank you, son. I'm glad you're safe. And then I walk over and hand it back to the dad.
And he's gonna be, thank you. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I mean, we barely do either, but here's the flashback. I guess your kid opened it and everything went to bad.
Ah, I see. The cast. It's a special thing of our town. Years ago, we were blessed by the casket of plenty, and every year we open it on Midwinter, and it provides food and wine and good fortune for the coming year. But I guess my boy opened it early, which invited Krampus to town.
That's all right. We beat him up, and Midwinter can happen anyhow.
Well, thank you. You guys are
I'll roll that into him.
welcome to join us back at town for Midwinter's celebrations.
Yes, please. Do you have any rooms?
We have plenty of rooms.
Oh, thank you. I'm cold and exhausted and
So.
Do you have any Wizard Tower Brewery drinks over here?
No, we've I don't know what Wizard Tower Brewery is. We're a pretty remote place, but we've got a bunch of great stuff, a bunch of just really great wine. Come on back to the town with us, and we will celebrate. And in fact, I'm actually gonna let's see here. I'm gonna just let's see here. I'm gonna move you over here. And let's put all you guys back in there.
Oh, what about Sam? Is Sam still here?
He is still there.
Oh.
He's still there.
so
Brad?
this is all blacked out for me. I don't know if that's on purpose.
Yeah,
It
same
is.
for me.
Oh, that's because you guys aren't there yet. Hold on just a second.
Okay. Makes sense.
I had to move everyone's tokens back. Okay. As well as a bunch of people. Okay. Are you guys seeing it now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so Here we go. Okay. So, you guys are able to join the town back at the mead hall for festivities and drink and food, and everyone's exchanging little gifts and tokens, and there's like games and everything like that. And let's see, who all is drinking wine heavily?
Uh,
Not I.
Got
Penton.
a hard liquor.
Uh, this is like pretty strong wine. They call it wine, but this is like midwinter wine. This is like your crazy uncle spiked the punch at the Christmas party kind of wine.
All right,
Moon-
sure.
All right, everybody roll a d12 for me if you're partaking in the
Oh,
alcohol.
I forgot that existed. Ooh, 11.
11. You have the worst. You cannot hold your liquor, my man. You take 1d6 poison damage.
Oh.
Do I roll
You
the
drank a
1d6?
little too hard at the celebrations, and you just kind of have to take a seat over on the
Well, this is
bench and
Bruno.
just
Pet rolled a 7 with the wine.
a 7. You are deep in your cups. You are plunged into an existential crisis. Any wisdom-based skill checks or saving throws are made at disadvantage for the rest of the adventure.
My wife. Wait, the adventure, as in the session, or
Yeah,
the
this
rest-
session, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
forever.
Forever.
No.
Forever. So Duncan actually doesn't go and drink or anything. Are there rooms in this place or are there rooms somewhere else?
There's room somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah, so he saunters off to a room. He's
Okay.
very
There's a
ashamed.
wonderful lady. She sets you up. Here, wait, you guys. Just because you guys didn't go there, there's the guy actually has his wife take you to his house, and you guys arrive there. And I'm just gonna set it to global illumination. And when you get there, it's crazy, and there's traps everywhere.
Oof.
And there's some kids screaming from the top of the stairs. You guys had enough, or you thirsty for more? And she's gonna yell up, Calkin, what did you do to the house?
Oh god.
So yeah.
We ruined Luca's whole
No,
session.
it's totally fine. You guys did not get to go through the Home Alone house though. There you go.
Boy.
But there's that. So anyways, so you're gonna stay. No, it's so. This is the way this goes.
Yeah.
um.
For the story, in his room is when he'll open his present. If you want to reveal. What
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, he's ashamed. He feels bad that he let himself get so exhausted, made a bad decision that didn't allow him to help protect the group super well.
So he unwraps a beautiful blue cloak with like gold trim, and he will
boy.
get a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while you're wearing it. Because
Yeah, 'cause we're not gonna notice you wearing that the next day.
Listen, what he asked for, he didn't want you guys to know.
you got
that's
what
out
you
of game.
asked for, though.
That's out of game though. Yeah. So let's see here. Cloak of protection. Does this work with the ring as well?
Yes. It stacks.
Damn. All right.
You can even get braces of protection too, I think.
Just be the most protecting boy.
You'll have +3 to your AC, and I think +3 to your saving throws too.
I don't think there are bracers of protection, but I might be wrong.
No, there are braces of unarmored defense, but it's different.
Yeah. So
Unarmored defense.
The bracers of defense.
Um,
So,
I think
Listen,
you
he
and I
wasn't.
think you have an amulet. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna show you. He wasn't able to make it tonight because he got stricken with a curse. But I'm gonna show you guys his Thrax Christmas present because it was a lot of fun to build.
Oh,
ooh,
oh,
beautiful.
Wow. Oh, it's cool.
I dig it. Yep, all attuned to my cloak in my
Oh,
remote.
war loot.
That's quite the weapon.
A
Let's go.
crossbow, great axe.
But it's like kind of a weak little one. It doesn't go very far, but um okay, so you guys saved Midwinter. Good job.
Yes.
You all wanted to run away.
The halflings never run away. We're brave. It's in
Halflings
our
are
particular
halfling
feature.
squad.
So I asked Sam, like, well, what's your plan, Sam?
He's like, "Well, I'm here to serve you. As long as you remain here in the north, I am here for you.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to do
Anytime you are
that.
in these winter lands, you uh, pull that card out, and I will come to your aid."
Oh, okay. I mean, you don't have to do that, but cool.
Um, my friend, anytime. But yeah, anytime you are up in the Northlands, where Bran the Blessed would have any sort of influence, you're going to be able to play that card and get Sammy Boy to come help you.
Kath, how did you get that knight? It was so sudden. Was he one of the
Uh,
townspeople?
I don't know. The brand, the blessed, pulled out a card and gave it to me, and this Sam appeared.
I'm legit saving that deck of merry things for like next year.
So is this still part 1 of 2, or is
No,
this
so this was a special little, just for the holidays. This is just a little seasonal one shot.
okay?
So next session is part 1 of 2. It's going to be a special like two shot.
Ooh.
At which
One
point
of
we will
wonder.
kind of return to the ongoing thing with the stolen wand of wonder.
Nice.
So yeah, anyone that is attending session 1 needs to plan on attending session 2 as well. Because there won't really be a way for you to, I mean, short of something really bad happening to you.
We
um,
just get a bag of holding and throw them in there.
but we would normally be scheduled to come back on New Year's Eve, but since it's New Year's Eve, we're not going to be playing, so we'll be back on the 7th is when we're going to be returning with the first part of the 2 shot.
Luca, since this is a giving kind of session, my birthday is the 7th. Do I get an extra present?
No.
Uh,
Since this is a giving session, didn't Io get like 2,000 gold last session?
Yeah.
I already gave
I,
y'all 100 gold.
You didn't give me shit.
yeah, I did get my identified pearl, which I am very thankful for.
I mean, if you really want 100 gold, I can give it to you, Jaeger.
I don't want fucking shit, boy.
I have
Wow.
gold to burn. I am Mr. Moneybags. I am the Lord of Coin.
The
I
Lord
don't
of
need
Coin.
money. I just need me.
I use our fun time here to like finish my artisan blessing channel divinity to make a new ornate mace for myself.
Sweet.
Hmm.
Okay, cool.
All right.
You guys will probably spend some time here and then most likely head back down south. Uh, you know, back down to
How,
where kind of you're more centrally headquartered before you receive your next mission.
how much are we getting, quote unquote, tipped from the Harpers for doing this job?
Mm.
The gift was the gift.
Okay. I mean, like, I was just making sure, you know.
So typically with so the Harpers have like that kind of retainer wage that they pay you, and then what they do is like whoever like basically you're working with for the job is responsible for like paying you like how um I forget his name now, but at the brewery, he paid you money and then he also told you whatever loot you found you could keep. It kind of works like that.
Okay.
So, like, basically, whatever loot you find here you can keep, whatever treasures or gold you come across on the job are yours. But they
Gotcha.
mostly just pay you a retainer fee unless there's like very special circumstances. But usually they're not the ones paying the like job money.
And the Harpers are gonna kill us next session anyhow. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally gonna just die next
They're
session.
looking more for
Obliterated.
Parrot, to be
Yeah.
quite honest. But
But no, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm
Next time.
harboring a fugitive back at home.
well, they sent us this note and they didn't mention anything else about Parrot and his stuff. So,
I wonder why.
oh,
Parrot will just have to fill you in with what he's been up to at next session. But yeah, do you guys want to go around